Stirring the Pod podcast. This is your host, DGA, aka 509 Reasons. And we're back with another one. And this one, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to get busy. This is Stirring the Pot. So y'all don't cancel me out there, you know what I'm saying? Just hear me out, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about observations, looking at stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got an opinion. And my opinion does not need to be stated as fact. It is simply what I think, how I feel about things. And if I get a different piece of information that might stir me another way, I'm open to it. But I'm finna stir this motherfucker right now. It's been a crazy few weeks. I don't know if you guys are aware of the controversy between Dave Chappelle, Netflix, Jon Gruden. But you're asking me, how does all that tie together? The LGBTQ community. And put a Disney Plus on that. I forgot to put LGBTQ plus community. And how, you say? Well, let us begin how this started a few weeks ago. Netflix dropped a special called The Closer. It is a comedy special by comedian Dave Chappelle. On said special, Dave Chappelle was shooting at everybody. But he definitely had some shots for the LGBTQ community as well. And after that special aired, we already saw it coming. There was fire that came about from the LGBTQ community. They were saying that there was some hurtful things, disparaging things that were said on the special. I can't disagree, but I feel like there was more to it that was being ignored. There was a bigger message to it, which was, you know what I'm saying, which was lightly glossed over. What we failed to realize from this particular special was there was some truth behind some of this stuff. Was he saying things for people to get hurt or harmed in physically in any type of way? I don't believe so. But if you believe otherwise, I'm all for it. I'm all ears. Jump in my DMs. If you want to jump in, you know what I'm saying, hit my jack, hit my line, let me know what's up. If you want to jump on the show, I'm all about the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying some things on there that was totally true. What he had said was he was kind of envious of the LGBTQ community. In what way, you ask? The fact that the LGBTQ community has been able to wield so much power in such little time while fighting for their rights, for their equality. Whereas black folks been trying to fight for that thing since the slave revolution, emancipation proclamation. Excuse me, I'm over here mispronouncing stuff. These words big as shit. You know what I'm saying? So black folks been fighting for equality for a whole long time, and we're still fighting for it today in the year 2021. But in the little time that the LGBTQ community has been fighting for their rights, for their equality, they have been able to wield so much power. And he admitted, which is not a small admission in any type of way, because there's a lot of black folks that feel the same type of way. In such a little time, gay people have been able to accomplish a lot. Shoot, in the last with the Obama administration, you guys there was rainbow colored lights at the White House. You know what I'm saying? Gay marriage. All these things were accomplished in such little time. And Bravo, and that's an applause right there. There's no hating here. It's all love, real talk. No disrespect. But what he was saying was, look at all this that was accomplished in such little time. Whereas with black folks, you know what I'm saying, we fighting and we can't get nothing done. There was a call to cancel Dave Chappelle from I gotta find the name. Yo, Gene, can you please Google for me real quick? There's an organization that was trying to cancel Chappelle from the beginning. It's a black organization. Yeah, so now fast forward. We're talking about the fact that black folks and the LGBTQ community is being treated in a different type of way, right? Let's also talk about Jon Gruden. Once again, you're like, what does Jon Gruden have to do with this conversation about the LGBTQ community? Jon Gruden was swept up in some investigation that had to do with the Washington football team emails or whatever the case may be. And in these emails, they found content from an email from Jon Gruden saying something about a black executive, DeMaurice Smith. He's I think he's the president of the NFL Players Association. And he said some insensitive racial comments about him. Following those emails being released, you had people coming to his defense. Players, sports commentators from, networks coming to his defense saying that was years ago. He's not the person that we know today. He's totally different. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We're good with him. We're good. Not too long after, more emails were released. Lo and behold, there's some disparaging emails about gay people. There's a gay NFL player. I guess they will not talk about Carl Nassib, because Carl Nassib is the only open NFL gay player in the league right now. But he was talking about the first gay player to try to get into the NFL, which was Michael Sam. Talking about Michael Sam. That was some years ago. But there were some disparaging comments about him. And it was at this point in time where everybody turned against him. It was at this point in time where he actually resigned from being the coach of an NFL team. Not when he was saying racist stuff. He was okay. He could be forgiven. Everybody forgave him. But once he said something about gay players, once he was talking crazy about gay people, it was at this point in time he was cut out the game. He was put out the paint. Which, once again, it sounds funny to me. At what point do you not think that some people would feel envious about that? When you talk about black folks, we would like for you to be held accountable. But we don't get that same opportunity. We don't get that same opportunity. But do not talk crazy about gay people. You could almost say that about I'm not even gonna say all that. I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride. As much as we stir the pot, I'm gonna let it ride. But do not talk about gay people. Say whatever you want about black folks, but don't talk about gay people. Like I said, I'm here just making an observation. And if I'm saying anything wrong, please correct me. I'm open to the dialogue. I'm open to the conversation. But come correct. Be real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I found it mad interesting, the fact that, the cancel culture is kind of different. There's different levels to it as well. And Gene, what'd you call the thing? What was the organization again? The organization I was talking about earlier is the NBJC, National Black Justice Coalition. A coalition we never heard of before, which I'm assuming from the name is supposed to advocate for black people. And they're actually advocating against a black person. Tell me you don't find that sketchy, but I don't know. You know, like I said, I'm just here making observations. You make your own opinion, whatever the case may be. But once again, I find that sketchy. You know what I mean? So, you can't make this shit up. Cancel culture is real. The coalition, the National Black Justice Coalition, is trying to cancel a black person. Then a black person who has his free speech, is not advocating violence, is making jokes. Mind you, man, cracks on everybody on this special. Cracks on white folk, black folks, Jewish people, and the community. But you see the uproar. And then you also see the uproar for observations that he made. Telling people how he feels as far as like, dang, I wish they would treat black folks the same way they would treat gay people, transgender people. Is that a bad thing to tell people? Is he wrong? I mean, I just told you the story about Jon Gruden. The story with Jon Gruden happened not more than 2 weeks after the special aired. Jon Gruden was talking about black folks in a disrespectful way, and he was good. The next day, emails was talking about gay people, and he was out of here. I'm just saying, you cannot make this shit up. This is real life. This is facts. I'm telling you my opinions, but right here, this is fact. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a conversation needs to be had. At the end of the day, it's all love. No matter your color, your gender, who you like, it's all love. Everybody needs to come to the table. Because at the end of the day, we've got to share this space that we live in. This earth that we stand in, the air that we breathe. I mean, shit, maybe we don't want to share the air that we breathe right now, because of COVID and shit. Put your mask on, you know what I'm saying? Cover that shit up, you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. We got to find middle ground. We got to come to the table. But we also got to come to the table with ears to listen. No one will listen to the other person that's yelling at them. No one will listen to the other person that's talking down on them. And that's a fact. If you actually come to the table with the open mind to have a conversation, progress could be made. But if you just come to fight, the division spreads, the division continues. We got to have open ears to have open dialogue. Listen to the other side. To be sympathetic and to be empathetic. No matter if you're straight, you're gay, whatever the case may be, if we going to make progress, if we going to be able to sit at the same table, gotta listen. You can talk. Everybody wants to be heard, but you gotta listen, which is one of the hardest things humans have to do. And at the same time, it could be the easiest. Set your ego to the side and listen. But anyways, like I said, if you got something to add to this, if you think I'm spewing bullshit, I'm open to dialogue. I'm opening to listen. As small as my ears are, I'm all about listening. But I'm going to give you my 2 cents as well. But I'm open to listening. Anyways, man. You already know what it is. Stirring the Pot Podcast. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me Stirring the Pot Talks. You can find me on Facebook. STP Talks. That's the web link, whatever it is. Facebook.com/STP Talks. Make sure you can find us on YouTube. Find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and that's about it for now. Anyways, holla at me. And like I said, if you're down for a conversation, I'm with it. Let's do it. Holla at me in the DMs. Holla at my phone. And we out here. All right. Love y'all. Peace in.